Good evening, everyone. Jasper Gonzo here, another episode of What's Next, course weekend edition. This is video number 3. And with this, let me bring up one name. Dr. Jordan Peterson. Yes, Dr. Jordan Peterson, the podcaster extraordinaire, psychologist out of Canada. Of course, the author of the world's best-selling 12 Rules. And also, most recently, signed to a multi-year deal by the Daily Wire. Yes, Ben Shapiro's outfit signed him to a multi-year deal where he will have his podcasts, of course, exclusive to their new venture, Daily Wire Plus. But with all that being said, why are we talking about Jordan Peterson? Well, several weeks back, Jordan Peterson decided to make a comment regarding Sports Illustrated swimsuit model who was a little on the hefty side. Made his comments, and of course the leftists came out like rabid dogs. And of course, most recently, he was banned from Twitter because he said that Ellen Page is still a woman. Wow. That's a problem. Oh boy, let's take a look. We're going to start this up with this. This comes out of Outkick. Jordan Peterson stands behind statements on plus-size swimsuit model. Back in May, Sports Illustrated released one of their 2022 swimsuit edition covers, which featured plus-size model Yumi Nu. There she is right there. A New York Post tweeted at the same time described news reaction to seeing her photo, saying that she was shaking from excitement. Influential former professor in psychology Jordan Peterson reacted negatively to the photo and tweet saying, "Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that." Ouch. Peterson inevitably and immediately received tremendous amount of criticism for his tweet and sentiment behind it. Soon afterwards, Peterson announced that he will be leaving Twitter, although he did return and has been fairly active on the site as of late. Now, even after criticism and controversy, according to the Post, Peterson remains unapologetic. In an email statement to other news outlet, The Telegraph, he maintained that his tweet was not a mistake, nor was it the reason I left. Peterson continued further explaining the rationale behind his sentiments. I used the use of the model, who was not athletic, remember Sports Illustrated, was manipulative economically and in relation to the model herself, although she participated in her own exploitation. Beauty is an ideal. Almost all of us fall short of that ideal. I'm not willing to sacrifice any ideal for faux compassion, period, and certainly not ideal of athletic beauty. You can agree or disagree with his assessment of Yumi Nu's beauty, but he certainly has a point that athletic beauty is generally associated with a different body ideal. Although there are obvious many significant exceptions in the argument to be made, as Sports Illustrated has long since abandoned any pretense of the swimsuit edition being about conceptions of athletic beauty. Peterson's broader point is that he's not willing to sacrifice any ideal for faux compassion. He's especially profound and important in the modern era of endless virtue signaling. Now we go from that setup for this. This comes out of the Blaze. You sons of bitches. Jordan Peterson refused to bend the knee to toxic Twitter, says he'd rather die than delete tweet about trans actor Ellen Page. It's not a trans actor. Ellen Page is a girl. There's Jordan Peterson himself, the legend. Dr. Jordan Peterson faces a permanent ban on Twitter if he does not delete a tweet about trans actor Elliot Page. It's Ellen Page. Stop it with the nonsense. The professor emeritus of psychology at University of Toronto proclaimed that he would rather die than conform to Twitter's rules and delete the tweet in question. Peterson's tweet posted on June 22nd read, "Remember when pride was a sin and Ellen Page just had her breast removed by a criminal physician? Oh my." In a tweet, Peterson linked an article titled, "Elliot Page is not proud to introduce trans character on Umbrella, the Umbrella Academy," which of course is a Netflix show. The article highlighted the new Netflix show, Umbrella Academy, where Page's character switches genders, much like the actor attempted to do in 2020. The Rubin Report, hosted by Dave Rubin, posted a screenshot of Peterson's tweet with the caption, "The insanity continues at Twitter. Jordan Peterson has been suspended for his tweet about Ellen Page. He just told me he will never delete the tweet, paging Elon Musk." Of course, there it is right there. And there is the deleted tweet. Remember when pride was a sin and Ellen Page just had her breast removed by a criminal physician. Twitter said Peterson's tweet violated rules against hateful conduct. Yes. Why the hate, Jordan? Why? Twitter's hateful conduct policy, of course, flows like the wind. Of course, the goalposts are always moving. States that users may not promote violence against or directly attack or threaten other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, caste, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, serious diseases, 10,000 genders, bestiality, having sex with trees. It doesn't matter. Twitter suspended Peterson's account and would not reinstate the account until he deleted his post about the transgender actor. Not really. It's not. It's still a girl. Peterson's daughter, Michaela Peterson, said that Twitter is definitely not a free speech platform at the moment. The best-selling author definitely responded to his Twitter suspension in a 14-minute-long YouTube video. During the diatribe, he said he will not bend the knee to the toxic rat hole that is the social media platform. Nice. I've essentially been banned from Twitter as a consequence, Peterson said. I say banned, although technically I've been suspended, but a suspension will not be lifted until I delete the hateful tweet in question. And I would rather die than do that. Hopefully it won't come to that, although who the hell knows in these increasingly strange days. Since Twitter did not do me the favor of actually specifying my crime, and there are many possibilities on that front, we unfortunately have to guess at why this occurred. And that actually is a big problem in itself. It's all indicative of the utter carelessness of the Twitter organization with regard to the propriety of its own censorial actions. I should at least know exactly what I did wrong if I were required to acknowledge that my tweet violated any Twitter rules, he lashed out. What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly, precisely, because such things matter when the accusations start flying. Peterson explained, I don't regard pride as a virtue. It has been classically regarded as a sin. Truth. He questioned why it's called Pride Month. It should be Alphabet Month, or why not Groomer Month, or whatever alphabet acronym, which is currently insisted upon, is only acceptable enlightened terminology. Peterson theorized that what he's referring to, Elliot Page, as her previous name, Ellen Page, was likely what got his Twitter account suspended. I committed the fatal crime, of what has come to be known as the appalling censorial terminology of the insane activist as dead naming, which is the act of referring to someone who has quote-unquote transitioned, another hated piece of jargon and slogan, by the name and the inference that gender really the sex that everyone knew them by previously, he stated. Peterson continued, and how can I describe the fact that someone who was once a woman, and guess what, still is, had her breasts cut off because she, he, they, their, it, whatever you want to hell call them, had fallen prey to a viciously harmful fad, without the use of appropriate sex-linked pronoun and the real name of the real person to whom this was really done, with his, her, their voluntary but unfortunate acquiescence. Peterson declared, I'm not taking down a tweet or acknowledging that my tweet violated Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralist. We'll see who cancels who, you blasted. Twitter's a rat hole in the final analysis, and I probably contributed to that while trying to use, understand, and master that horrible, toxic platform. It's a relief, and in some real sense, to be banned, Peterson concluded, and I regard that under the present conditions as a badge of honor. Dr. Jordan Peterson is 1,000% correct. Now, as someone who's on Twitter, as I am, it has been somewhat of a freedom to say what you want, especially once Elon Musk bought the company. And of course, it's still being in the process of finalizing. He initially said that it was going to take months before true change was going to be made to the platform. This is one change that must be addressed immediately. Now, at Twitterland, you don't have a bunch of morons sitting in a room going over each and every single tweet and saying, hey, you're offensive, you're hateful, you're phobic, you're a bigot. No, it's called the algorithms. And until the algorithm changes, you're still going to continue to get shit like this. And good for him. Good for him. Holding his own, staying his ground, sticking to his guns. And that's why, like I said, that's why he's an amazing dude. He is. He's an amazing dude, incredible psychologist, philosopher, um, an intellectual giant, especially in the times that we are living in. There's not that many out there. You got the legends like Thomas Sowell. You know, you still have Milton Friedman's works being spoken about, his videos being shown, his words being listened to. Sons of bitches? You bet, doctor. You bet. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Barganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.